Hey guys, Justin here, welcoming you to Otakus presents Essential Anime. We are now on episode 5. And this week we are in officially the month of October. Woohoo! So, since we are in the month of October, I want to do things a little bit different. Of course, October is the month of Halloween. So we're going to be focusing on anime, not particularly in the horror genre, but these animes have horror themed elements, have horror themed atmosphere, and what a better way to kick off Essential Anime than with Vampire Hunter D. So, what is Vampire Hunter D? Why should you have it in your collection? And what do I think about it? Well, let's give you the quick synopsis as we always do. The year is 12,090 AD. The earth has fallen into the clutches of the ruthless vampires. Humans are enslaved by a corrupt feudal system, prey to the whimsical vampire aristocrats. Only one being has dared to challenge the cruel authority of these arrogant immortals, the mysterious vampire they call D. So, why should you have this in your collection? Well, first of all, it is an absolute classic. It's one of the best vampire hunter stories. Just vampire animes, actually. It's the one I think really set the bar in anime when it came to handling vampires, because here we have, usually when it comes to the media, we don't really get to see the vampires. They're just monsters. They prey on, to suck your blood and all that other stuff. Vampire Hunter D, what we do see, we see a guy here that is, and I'm sorry this is a little spoiler, but we see a guy that's coping with his heritage, with his lineage of being part vampire. He's a half-breed. And throughout the whole anime movie, you see the struggles that he's having with that. And I thought it was absolutely brilliant. While he has these urges to actually be a vampire and go out there and prey on the humans, his other human side is fighting it off. And I think that just the concept of D is just really great. And I thought it was pulled off very well. And just the way to use the supporting cast like Doris, her brother, and the people around him to give him that support to help him keep his humanity there and not to go fully beast. I thought that was just a great way and brilliant writing on my part, on the part of the actual creators. Now, when it comes to the actual anime, this is a dark anime. And I'm not just talking aesthetically as well, because just the way they use of the dark colors and the way, since this is vampires come at night, there's going to be a lot of night shots, and I think that the textures work very well for the type of anime style that they were going for back in the days. And I believe this came out in the early 80s, mid 80s, early 90s. Correct me if I'm wrong. And I think that what they did with the aesthetics and the way the characters were drawn and just the way even some of the action is very stylish. It looks very well done, and I think just it's still to this day it holds up well. It's very beautiful to look at and still very beautiful to watch. Let's talk a little bit about the performances, such as music and voice acting. Voice acting is good, but not great in the English dub. I think the voice actor who did D was phenomenal. I even like the voice actor of Doris. Some of the other characters were a little bit over the top. I will definitely say Doris' brother was, a little bit over the top at certain scenes. Some of the vampires, I think they did very well by nailing that, that vampire accent that they're actually going for. The guy who plays Count Dracula did a phenomenal job as well, just really capturing that vampire language and tone that they were really going for. Music is great. I love the soundtrack of this. I think the soundtrack fixed the tone very well done. Especially the scene, there is a tempting scene between Doris and Dee. I won't spoil it for those who've never seen it, but the composition in that really captures Dee's struggle to keep the humanity in and not let the vampire side take over. And I think it was just a very brilliant way to tell the story and very way to complement the film. So overall, you guys, those are a couple of reasons why you should be watching and have Vampire Hunter D in your anime collection. It is essential. It is a true classic. It is a great vampire tale, and not just a vampire tale. It's a great story overall, and I think it did a very, very, very good job. So this is Justin from OtakusGeeks.com. Catch you next week when we do more essential anime. Peace.